challenging day for anybody who is associated with the NFL. How would you characterize the conversations you've had with your teammates since then?
Well, I really haven't talked to my teammates about the whole situation. I mean, everybody's seen what happened. My heart just goes out to, his family and friends and teammates that watched that and that had to go deal with that firsthand. But, we know what we signed up for every time we go out there and put on our helmet or step on the field. So, I mean, it's just a risk that we all live with.
But everyone's going to handle this differently. Just how are you holding up after seeing that and trying to get ready for a football game at the same time?
Like I said, man, I know what I signed up for, so I'm not thinking about that when I go play. Like, I've broken my neck already, so I'm not scared of anything.
Speaking of that, what was that experience like for you, thinking back on it when you were going through it and how you were in the immediate aftermath of it and everything?
I was still breathing, so I had a smile on my face, and I wasn't going to let, that try to change, my trajectory of life or how I looked at life. It just made me cherish it that much more. And like I said, man, I know what I signed up for, and, every moment is going to be a big moment, from that point forward.
The meetings that they had today, it sounded like they brought the doctors in and talked to you guys a little bit. Did that help a little bit, or kind of get some reassurance about what the NFL does do?
No, I mean, I know what they do and what they go through. I have a good relationship with Dr. Dresner, who was up here earlier. So, me, him, and Calfan, have a pretty good relationship. So I know what they go through, on Sundays and, preparing for a game.
Do you think that's the predominant attitude? We know what we signed up for, so we can't let this detract it?
I mean, yeah, especially from the players. I mean, that's our attitude. But just for the outside world looking just at the TV or just at football players just playing, with the number and the last name on our back, it's much more than just a game for us. That we know what we signed up for and we know the risk, and we still go out there and lay our lives on the line, every day. I mean, it just shows, the type of attitude, type of people, and the type of, courage that we have just to go out there and play.
You looking forward to seeing Bobby?
Yeah, again.
What do you know of the season he's had?
I mean, he's had a great season, especially the first time we played him. It looked like he was all over the field, making sacks, catching picks. I know this is going to be a big game for him just to be back in his, being back up here, playing in Seattle.
Do you have any thought at all on the fact that the NFL decided to not have the Detroit-Green Bay game be after yours, and you guys are going to have to wait potentially to see if you make the playoffs and all that?
No, I mean, it's out of my control. I couldn't schedule a game if I wanted to, so.
You don't want that job?
No.
There's a couple of things that we're looking for, just personal milestones this week. For Kenneth Walker, he's 64 yards away from 1,000 yards. The last couple of weeks, the yards that he's put up, how much can that help solidify the season he's had going into next year?
I think his season's already solidified, just with the type of person that he is, and how he's carried himself and how he's ran the ball. Whenever we called his number, so I think he's already a great player on his way to becoming something special.
TK, you talked about how important it is for you guys to be able to run the football well. The last two games, seeing the running game come to life, what has that done for you guys?
I mean, it's given us a lot of plays off, not having to run routes. I know Ken, he broke 100 Sunday, and it really just opened up the defense and just softened them up to where, we could just either run or pass the ball, and it just brought a different mentality to the offense that, is just our game to lose, and, Sunday we got that same mentality.
Okay, as cool as you are with Bobby, how much more are you focused about ruining his homecoming party and getting a win on Sunday?
No, we're just trying to win. We're not trying to ruin anybody's homecoming, but I guess if we do win, it's going to be ruined, so it's going to be ruined regardless. That's all I'm trying to say, my bad.
How big is it as an offense to be able to, have different guys contribute if a team's taking one thing away, where like last week the ball is harder to get the ball to you guys than the tight ends do what they do, and you get big contributions out of them.
Right. I mean, just to have weapons all over the field, like you said, man, it's just hard for defenses to just key in on one guy. When Lockett or me's down, I have no problem, throwing the ball to Kobe or Noah, or congrats to Tyler, making his first touchdown catch and first catch in the NFL. But I mean, K's going to have to step up again this week. So we just got playmakers all over the field. I see him make plays like that, every day at practice. And, just for y'all to see it on Sunday is just a big thing.
Do you consider this season a successful year already, or does something else need to happen on Sunday?
We make the playoffs, then, we can talk from there. But I don't think it's successful unless we make the playoffs.
When you're talking about the success of making the playoffs and you prepare all year long, and mentally that's kind of what your standpoint is. If somebody told you half hour before kickoff that that's out of play anymore, that you can't make the playoffs, from an athlete's perspective, how does that change your mentality?
We got to kick the Rams' ass and go home, preparing for next year. I think 9 wins in a season where nobody, expected us to, get 3 or 4 or 5 wins is a good thing. But like you said, the goal is always to make the playoffs. And, if we don't do that, then, winning our last game and having momentum for the next season is always the next step.
So that wouldn't affect you at all? Because the reason I'm asking is that's obviously the mentality that Lions might have to deal with going to Lambeau and beating the Packers without anything on the line, and they would find out maybe an hour before the game.
Right. Well, to better answer your question, with the situation that happened Monday, I think it's just best that we all not take a play for granted or take a game for granted, because it could be taken away from you at any moment. So I don't think that's going to cross anybody's mind, whether that be the Seahawks or the Lions or any other team in the NFL. It's just a blessing just to play on Sundays or any day. So I don't think anybody's going to have that mentality.
Pete mentioned the other day he feels like there's been a little bit of a shift in how they're calling pass interference, basically letting guys play a little bit more the last month or so. Have you kind of felt that at all, or?
No, every time I seem to go up and push somebody, it's always an OPI, so I don't get that.
I think you've done it the other way.
Yeah, so, right. No, I don't think it's changed for me.
You like matching up with Jalen Ramsey?
I like matching up against anybody.
The production you and Tyler had on Sunday, was that a result of some unfortunate circumstances, or were the Jets doing something different?
I have no idea.
If and when you guys get in the playoffs, what do you think makes you guys dangerous as a team?
What makes us dangerous as a team? I think that we already proved all of our doubters wrong, but I think it's time to prove ourselves right. So when we get in the playoffs, I think we don't have anything to lose. We weren't supposed to make it to begin with, so we're just going out there just playing free, and just excited for the next game, excited for the next opportunity, and the next team that we play in the playoffs, hopefully it's the 49ers, and we'll go down there and handle business.
Obviously, you're ready to go every week. But
That's the schedule right now. That's how it's set up right now. Yeah.
sorry. But so you're obviously ready to go every week, but just having all of that come down to this week and having this one game, I mean, how much more special does that make it? Everything's on the line with this one game.
Right. That's what we sign up for. Everybody likes a big moment, a big time game, a storyline. So it's just the perfect one to end our season.
Back to that first Rams game, did you get the sense just from Bobby that that game meant more to him than the average game?
Yeah, I've seen him talking a lot of shit on the field, so it meant a lot to him.
Anything else? Thanks, DK.